Hi everyone, welcome to SWAM. Today I will introduce an evolving continuous audit framework. So the idea of continuous audit was initially conceptualized by Dr. Versailles and Helper in 1991. So they call the process of monitoring and constantly assuring AT&T's RCAM system continuous audit. So in this system, the data flowing through the whole system are monitored and analyzed continuously using a set of auditor predefined rules. So the auditors can mainly rely on the exception report, and the auditor is only called in when the exception arises. So the test normally be performed once a year, now can be repeated at the daily level. So at that time, the focus of the audit is still based on the data. So we call it continuous data audit. And later, the concept of continuous audit was expanded in an implementation and statements in 2006. In this project, the authors developed the architecture of a continuous audit system in a highly automated and integrated enterprise system. And it shows that a continuous audit system for such environment can be successfully implemented on the basis of continuous monitoring of business process control settings. So this is also a reaction to Sarbanes-Oxley and leads to issue opinions on the adequacy of internal controls. And expansion was entitled Continuous Control Monitoring. And then later, in 2010, Dr. Versailles, Alice, and William also suggested an addition of continuous risk monitoring and assessment into the continuous auditing scheme. The core concept of this system is displayed in the figure here, where the risks are divided into three areas: the operational risks, or we call it process risks, and the environmental risk, and the black swan. The black swan are usually referred to very remote risks, which can still have very strong consequences. So the risks are chosen judgmentally by the audit team or the management, and the key risk indicators, we call it KRIs here, are associated with the most important risks in each of the categories. So the model can be parameterized at the initial audit planning stage with heuristic or otherwise developed weight that can be applied to determine an audit program. And when substantial changes are perceived by the risk monitoring process, the algorithm can be rerun, and the management must also be informed, and joint action by assurance and management must follow. And later, there's also an area which is very closely related to risk evaluation and closely linked to the increasing regulated modern business world, that is compliance. Although much of the traditional world compliance is quantitative, it is progressively being implemented by automated systems. So Dr. Versailles also proposed the compliance monitoring approach to complement the continuous audit. So this compliance monitoring approach would create comprehensive toxins of compliance issues and progressively update for regulatory changes acknowledged by the geography, the area of activity, and the nature of compliance rules. So in a whole, the integration of all these views into a one framework has the advantages to improving assurance coordination, working towards avoid task repetition, and the potential use of conceptual and IT platforms. So that is all about this framework, and thank you for watching.